What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. We have made it to finally predictions previews time for the Rugby World Cup games that are taking place this weekend in what should be amazing rugby games. And we've obviously got a big one on this card. We've got France taking on Argentina in Pool C, the pool of death. This is a very important game for both teams because it pretty much sums up as who will go through with England. Obviously, miracles can happen. England can get kicked out. They got kicked out in the previous one. But figuratively, we're thinking England are going through with either one of these teams, being in Argentina or France. Both these teams haven't been on the greatest form. This year, Argentina started off great, but didn't have a great rugby championship. So it's going to be important for them to really bounce back and show a lot of heart and soul and passion, which they are known for. As for France, the Six Nations the past 2 years haven't been the greatest. They've been going out with the teams who have been up and at it with players in and out. We've seen surprise players not making it, like Mateo. We've seen interesting calls of whether the captain's actually going to be the captain because he wasn't sure. It's just been a little bit democard with France at the moment, but we all know when it comes to a Rugby World Cup, France really shine and show up. And the quality within the squad is definitely there to prove a point and to shock the world. Argentina, on the other hand, for me, I think are playing a very clever game. They've obviously didn't do great in the Rugby Championship. It wasn't a good one at all. But they did do good in the Super Rugby tournament where the Jaguars made it to the finals against the Crusaders, where they gave them a little bit of a run. So for me, I think Argentina are playing a very clever game and are going to bounce back in this big clash against France. And it should be one hell of a game. Both teams have a lot to prove. Both teams are probably, from an outsider point of view, not everyone's going to watch it, but I think this is going to be a very important game for us to see because it's a potential opportunity for a quarterfinal for one of your teams, whether you support them or not. So I think this is a very interesting game that's going to come up because we don't really know where these two teams are going to come out of. Either Argentina are going to come in and dominate or France are going to come in and dominate. Who knows what's going to happen? The history shows France have the upper hand over Argentina, but Argentina have come a long way in World Rugby over the past 2-3 years, and the Rugby Championship inclusion has definitely assisted them, as well as Super Rugby, because they play their main team for the Jaguars, which follows into Argentinian rugby. So it's going to be one hell of an interesting battle, and I'm excited to see how this game plans out. If we look at the past games, we see France have played against Italy. They've obviously beat Italy. They lost to Scotland. They beat Scotland as well. They also beat Italy. They lost to Ireland. So interesting results here and there for the two teams. As for Argentina, hasn't been the greatest run. South Africa beating them and Australia and New Zealand beating them as well. So it's going to be important for Argentina to really bounce back and regroup and focus. If we look at the last 5 meetings that these two teams have had, 2018, France beat Argentina 28-13. 2016, France beat Argentina 27-0. In 2016, Argentina picked up a victory 39-10. 2014, we saw Argentina also get a result, and then France have gotten 39-22 in 2012. So it's a 3-2 win ratio for France at the moment. But going into the final predictions of this game, I think it's going to be one hell of a physical battle at the start. Both teams are going to really go at it at one another, and it's going to come down to who finishes the best. Weather is going to be one hell of an implementation within this game and could be a big factor that could decide whether this game is going to be strong running or whether it's going to be kicking. So how it gets played around, we'll have to wait and see. It could be hot, it could be wet. Whatever the weather in Japan brings us, it's going to be a big impact and deciding factor in this important game. Both teams will know the importance of what they need to do, what they need to achieve in order to get further in this World Cup. It's the pool of death. It's the pool that everyone wants to see how it goes about. There will be a lot of people backing France. There will be a lot of people backing Argentina. Me personally, from a prediction wise, I think it's going to be so close. The point system is going to be under 10. And I really believe that Argentina have it in them to make history and to beat France and to just progress in the Rugby World Cup. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be one hell of a physical battle where players are just going to go up and down and really go. But I think Pablo Montero, Agustin Creevy and those guys have it in them to go that extra way. France have the history and they've been further in the tournament opposed to Argentina. France have gotten to a final on a few occasions. They've gotten to the semis and all that stuff. But Argentina also aren't a bad Rugby World Cup playing nation. They were in the third and fourth playoff in the 2015 World Cup, so we cannot write them off, whether history tells us this or that. So it's going to be a battle, but I think Argentina will come out victorious at the end of the game. And it's going to be probably less than 10 points. I think it's going to be close. It could be a final try decider. It could be a final place kick. Again, all depending on how the weather treats this one. I reckon Argentina have it in them to really go that extra mile in order to pick up the much needed victory for them to progress in the Rugby World Cup. That's it, my prediction. I'm going for Argentina to pick up the victory. Obviously, results can change, predictions can be wrong, but for me, for Super Brew and all that jazz, I'm going Argentina to pick up a victory. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who do you think is going to win? Argentina or France? The Rugby World Cup is here. Let me know in the comment section down below. One thing's for sure, it is going to be one hell of an exciting game to watch, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it all plans out, because I think it's going to be one hell of a physical battle, because both teams will be trying to prove each other wrong and both teams will wanting victory at the end of the day. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new. All the coverage of the Rugby World Cup is happening on this channel, so don't go anywhere. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.